We have this Ram looking pretty good and running right by adding some very cool parts to the outside and some high performance parts under the hood. Now, when it comes to upgrades like we're doing here, it can get very expensive. So most people have to take it in stages. But today, I'm going to show you something you can do to really clean up the looks of your truck and not spend a dime. And that's removing these hideous badges. Now, I know what you're thinking. These emblems aren't ugly, so why would I want to remove them? Well, it's all about preference. Personally, I like the clean look of removing some of the factory styling cues like the badges. Now, on our 16 Ram, these emblems are held on with double-sided tape. But on some older trucks, the emblems actually bolt on, like this emblem off of an old Cutlass. So if we remove this, there would be holes in the panel. But typically, you can do a little research online and find out how your emblems are attached. Now, when I'm removing the sticky emblems like we are here, I like to use a heat gun, some fishing line, and wax and grease remover. But there are a few other tools you can use as well. The first step is to heat up the badge we plan to remove. This will soften and loosen up the double-sided tape that holds it on. Once you have it nice and warm, quickly take your line and slice through the tape as close to the paint as you can. Now, the closer you get to the paint, the better, because that's less adhesive that will be left behind, but you can see we've got the majority of it still there, but there are a few different ways you can remove this. First, take the wax and grease remover and load up a paper towel. Then, hold it on the adhesive for about 1 minute. This will soften it up and release it from the paint. The second method is to continue using heat. This will also help to release it from the paint. Typically, I don't use the heat right on the paint like this unless it's a must. You could melt the paint. The last and easiest way to do this is with an eraser wheel. You can pick one of these up at almost any part store. It's used with a cutoff tool, an angle grinder, or a drill. And with just a little work, it will remove the adhesive. It's a great tool because it won't damage your paint. All right, with less than about 5 minutes of time and not a penny spent, you can see how easy it is to remove these emblems. Now, obviously, I've still got quite a ways to go, and we've got to hop on the other side of the truck and do the same thing. But the great thing about doing it this way is we did not ruin any of these letters. So if you get all of this off, you decide you don't like it, not a big deal. Add a little double-sided tape, you can put it right back.